During the dictatorship of Adolf Hitler, his attempt at genocide of the Jews is considered as one of the inexplicable shocks in the human history. Hitler wanted to make Germany great, and the Jews were the weeds to be pulled out. Crusaders wanted to convert all people into Christianity and to keep only wheat in the farm. Saul, a young Jewish rabbi who considered Christians as weeds, wanted to root them out from the face of the earth. But it is interesting to see how his attitude towards Christ and Christianity later changed. We can imagine the surprise and the shock of those servants when they reported the presence of the weeds in the farm and asked for permission to pull them out. As far as the servants were concerned, that was the right thing to do in order to maximize output, as any good farmer knows. There were two reasons for the master to restrain them from pulling out the weeds. First, he knew that the wheat would survive in spite of the presence of the weeds. The weeds might inconvenience the wheat provisionally, but they would not choke them to death or take over the farm. History proved that it was true that even though the church had gone through persecution and opposition, it has never been destroyed entirely. Secondly, and this is so crucial, he knew how difficult it is to distinguish wheat from the weed. They look so much alike. St. Paul says, "I do not understand my own actions, for I do not do what I want, but I do the very thing I hate. So I'm not really the one who does this thing, rather it is the sin that lives in me." In fact, there is nobody who would like to be a weed as such. And it is impossible for us to differentiate the weed from the wheat. At the harvest time, the one who sees the heart of the weed and the wheat will separate them from one another. Since our knowledge is limited and cannot see the heart of others, it will be wise to leave up to God to separate wheat from wheat.